Hey guys, Aman
and Christina from
Our
Our
Rich
Rich
Journey.
Journey. In today's video, we are going to be talking about protecting your money from taxes. And we are going to be talking about it from the perspective of protecting that side hustle money. So if you are a side hustler out there, if you are pursuing financial independence and you are making money on the side, if you're an Uber driver, if you do tutoring, if you have an Etsy store, if you have any other freelance work that you're doing, this video is for you because we're going to talk about how you protect that money from taxes so that you can allow that money to grow even more so that you can reach financial independence even sooner. We are going to be talking about the SEP IRA.
Ooh, that SEP IRA. Christina, you have me excited to talk about this because we know that so many of you are pursuing financial independence by making more money, especially outside of your regular 9-to-5 jobs. And one of the things that we always talk about is how to grow your money in tax advantage accounts. You should always be contributing to your work-sponsored accounts, but what happens when you're making money outside of work? Or what happens if you are self-employed and have your own business? What accounts are available to you? So this account, the SEP IRA, we are going to be breaking it down for those people that may be able to take great advantage of this. You may be able to lower your taxable income and grow your wealth tax-free. That is what is so amazing about tax advantage accounts. So in this video, we are going to talk about what a SEP IRA is, all the benefits of them, and we're going to share with you how to open a SEP IRA in a relatively easy way.
So if you're new to our channel, like I said, our channel is all about making money, saving money, and investing money on the road to financial independence. Aman and I pursued financial independence for 8 years. We reached our goal. We quit our jobs as federal government employees, and we retired early, before the age of 40. So if you're interested in pursuing financial independence or learning more about ways to make, save, and invest money, make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Now, with that being said, let's get to the meat of this video, which is the SEP IRA, and we're going to begin by talking about what is a SEP IRA.
So many of you have probably heard of a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. A SEP IRA falls in that same category of individual retirement accounts, except the SEP makes it a little different. The SEP stands for Simplified Employee Pension, and then the IRA. So what a SEP IRA is it's a tax advantage retirement account created by an employer, meaning that if you are self-employed or if you have your own side hustle, you can open this type of retirement account and take advantage of its tax benefits. And the tax benefits are huge because you fund a SEP IRA with pre-tax dollars. This means you can reduce your taxable income from your side hustles by investing in a SEP IRA.
So in other words, you're putting pre-tax dollars into your SEP IRA, your money in your SEP IRA gets to grow tax-free, and then when you later go to pull that money out of your SEP IRA, that is the point that you get taxed.
So the SEP IRA is very similar to the traditional IRA in the way that you fund it, in the way that you withdraw money from it, and in the way money grows in the account. Like Christina said, money grows tax-free, but when you take that money out, you're taxed at whatever rate that you are at when you go to take that money out. So just like a traditional IRA, there are some limitations on the SEP IRA. There's a limitation on how much you can contribute. But this is the big but. With a SEP IRA, those contribution limitations are much higher than a traditional IRA. In some cases, they are 10 times higher. And this is a very big deal because that means with a SEP IRA, you can put a lot more money into these accounts, thereby protecting more money from taxes and also having more money that is growing in a tax advantage account.
So I want to break this down even more because I really want to emphasize how the SEP IRA varies from the traditional or the Roth IRA. If you are investing in a traditional or Roth IRA for 2021, the maximum amount that you could put in is $6,000. But take a look at the SEP IRA. If you invest in that, you can invest up to 20% of your net earnings from your side hustle, or up to $58,000, whichever one is less. But that is a lot of money compared to how much you can invest in just a traditional or a Roth IRA.
And something else that is amazing about the SEP IRA is that you can open a SEP IRA and still contribute to some of those other retirement accounts like a traditional or Roth IRA. This is a lot of money that you can put away into these tax advantage accounts. Now we're gonna have a little tangent for a moment because we know a lot of you guys that are pursuing FIRE want to retire early and access your money. Now, when you put money into retirement accounts, the belief is that that money is locked up into those retirement accounts until you reach 59 and a half, or in some cases even older. But with the Roth conversion ladder, and we've talked about this before, by using a Roth conversion ladder, you can access retirement account money even earlier. And so with a traditional IRA, for example, if you use a Roth conversion ladder, you can access that money penalty-free before the age of 59. Well, you can do the same with a SEP IRA. So let's say you're throwing all of your side hustle money in there that is eligible to be put into a SEP IRA, and you grow that account to huge amounts, enough for you to be able to retire early. Well, if you're not 59 and a half, in order for you to access that money, you have to do a Roth conversion ladder. And we did a whole video on how to do Roth conversion ladders, so find that video in the description below. But just know that because you are putting money into these SEP IRAs doesn't mean that you cannot access that money earlier.
So that is our tangent. That is for any one of you that have those questions about, can you access that money early? Why would you fund an account if you can't access money early? So that is for you. You can do a Roth conversion ladder with a SEP IRA and access your money early, penalty free. So let's bring that all back together and hit off all the points, the benefits of a SEP IRA. Like we said, it is a tax advantaged account that allows you to take pre-tax dollars, put it into your SEP IRA account, and allow it to grow tax-free.
And the next benefit is that you have higher annual contribution limits than a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. And the next benefit, and this is a big one for you people that like to wait to the last minute to file taxes, is if you are watching this video before the filing tax deadline for 2020, you can still open up a SEP IRA and get a 2020 tax benefit. It's 2021 right now. So if you have side hustle money that you were gonna put on your 2020 taxes, you can reduce that taxable income by opening up a SEP IRA and putting those 2020 earnings into it.
So in other words, the deadline for opening and funding a SEP IRA is the deadline that you have to file your side hustle or your business tax filing deadline, and that includes extensions. So if you have an extension up until October 15th of 2021, for example, to file your 2020 taxes, that means you have up until October 15th to open up and fund a SEP IRA for that 2020 money.
Now, this goes without saying, Christina and I are not tax professionals. So it's important that you do your own research and understand your own situation when it comes to filing your taxes and getting the biggest tax benefit from opening a SEP IRA.
So next, what we want to do is we want to talk about opening up a SEP IRA account. And part of the process of opening up that account should really be you figuring out all of the different tax advantage accounts that are available to you. On our videos, we talk about 401ks, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, HSAs. We also talk about all these different accounts in our investing course. But what you really want to think about are all of the accounts that are available to you, because once you have that in mind, you have to begin thinking about the order that you want to fund different accounts. Like we said, you can invest in a 401k, in a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA, an HSA, and also invest in that SEP IRA. But if you have limited dollars, you have to understand which accounts you want to fund first. So that's very important.
So if you've done that analysis and you've determined that opening a SEP IRA is something you should do, where do you open these SEP IRAs? Well, what is so amazing is that opening a SEP IRA is very easy to do. You can open it at most of the low-cost brokerages that we talk about on this channel all the time. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, even some of the robo-advisors offer SEP IRAs. And you can open them up just as quick as you can create a Netflix account. That's how easy it is to open these accounts. So you have no excuses to do this. So what we're gonna do next is we are just gonna take you in and show you exactly where you should be looking on some of these sites. And we'll use Vanguard as an example.
So with Vanguard, along with many of the other brokerage companies, you can open up a SEP IRA in a matter of minutes by doing it online, or you can also fill out forms and submit those forms to open the account for you.
So when you go to Vanguard's site or any other brokerage site, you're gonna need to have some personal information that you input to these sites in order to open up your account. But it's relatively straightforward, and within a matter of minutes, you'll have an open investment account. And the next question you should be asking yourself is, what investments are you going to put into these accounts? Are you going to buy index funds, ETFs, REITs, individual stocks, or bonds? You should have that decision made in advance so that when you open your account, you are ready to start funding your investments.
So there are a lot of different investments that you can put into your SEP IRA. We always like the simplified approach that focuses on diversification and consistency. So if you want to learn more about investing and how to fund that SEP IRA account or other accounts that you have, check out our investing playlist. We talk about REITs, we talk about index funds, about ETFs, and just how to open an investing account in general. These are all very important things for you to understand so that you can control your money, so that you can protect your money, and so that your money can grow. So if you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and join the journey.